We got to showcase our organisation. They were very interested in what we were about. We were able to show them bits of our organisation that are fairly unique to us, including our supported facility and our training, and they were very interested.
We felt pretty comfortable with the assessment team based within our local office in Maryhill. Again, when I go back to the first time we met the assessment team, we got to know them pretty well, pretty early on, and instantly I think we developed a really good rapport.
In the run-up to the site visit, I think it'd be fair to say that the staff and myself were feeling enthusiastic and excited about the opportunity to showcase our organisation and what we had been doing in the last year since our previous assessment. I think we were hopeful that the journey that we had gone through in the last year since our previous assessment would be very clear, and we'd be able to demonstrate that to the assessment team.
When the site visit arrived and the assessors came into the organisation, I think they very quickly became part of, we felt they were part of us within the organisation. They seemed to grasp what we were all about very, very quickly, and then they became part of us in our everyday practice.
After such a run-up to all the research and all the hours that you put into the submission, and finally seeing the submission document come to fruition, you actually just want the site visit to hurry up and arrive.
I think one of the highlights for us through the week was the excitement from the assessment team when actually they went out and about. The meeting our tenants was really important for us, and when the assessment team actually met our customers and actually spoke to them, I think they really got what Cube are all about. So for me, that was a real highlight. And when they were coming back and they were asking further questions,
the feedback from the staff was that everybody that they came into contact with was genuinely interested, which is really important, and that they were very nice to deal with. So for us, it made it a lot easier because people were apprehensive when they were going down to talk about their bit of the business.
We're pretty confident as an organisation that what we do and where we excel and where we still need to continue to improve. But I think in terms of, you've got 5 assessors in our case coming into the organisation from different sectors, different experience, with different knowledge. When the assessment team are in the organisation, it's a very intense week. I think the run-up to it's intense, but actually having them there is quite intense. Very approachable, very welcoming.
The icing on the cake for me was that they interviewed the service users, so they were getting it direct from the person that we support on what that support's like in real life.
So after such a long run-up to writing the submission document and seeing that come to fruition, it was really good to hear from the lead assessor and then get things going, get everyone organised. I think for staff in the organisation, it's natural for people to feel a little bit apprehensive when you mention the word assessment, but always with our staff, as soon as they get talking about their jobs and what they do and how they help people, they soon come out of their shell, and they really enjoyed speaking about what they do, and that period of reflection is always good.
I think that it is an energising process, I would say. The staff and myself and the senior management team felt very energised by it, because people are getting an opportunity to tell their individual and the collective story that we've got to tell as a business. And I think in that respect, people are sparking off each other, and it was energising. Hearing from everybody about their experience of it and how enthusiastic people were to tell their story, and the pride that they had in telling that story, that was one of my highlights, and I think I would speak to the rest of the management team about that.
There were certain keywords that came through, 4 in particular that I can rhyme off the top of my head, that the staff were dedicated, they were honest, they were passionate, and also they were professional. And I think sometimes the staff are so involved in what they're involved in, they don't see how good they actually are, and they're worth their weight in gold. They really are. So I think to get that feedback from an external body, again, is icing on the cake.
Staff are now really confident, and I see that as being a great benefit to our customers, because having that confidence, knowing that what we're doing actually makes a difference to people's lives, is fantastic for us. We'll take on board all of the feedback. We've already set up a meeting with the assessment team just after the awards ceremony. So we'll look at the full feedback report and we'll put in place a further improvement plan, because at Cube Housing Association we always want to improve. So we'll take the learning through the process. If there are areas where we need to improve, we'll put that into practice straight away, because again, for our association, we want to continually improve for the benefit of our customers and improve people's lives. So we'll use the process to do that.
I think it's one of the processes that when you're in it, it feels challenging, but at the end of it, you realise the value. I'm glad we did it, because we have taken on board a lot of the things that we've learned, and we are striving for continuous improvement, and it was worth it, albeit it was a lot of work.
There was a real buzz about the organisation the week of the site visit, and that really seems to have carried through into the way that people are working now. The line of questioning that the assessors were using when they were talking to staff really provoked a different way of thinking, and even before the week was out, we'd already made changes to the way that we were recording some of our society results, for example, and we now have better systems in place to monitor some of our society results. So things are changing already, and we'll be going through a period of business planning for 2018 and beyond. So it certainly informed my thinking and how I can work differently within my team.
Since the site visit, both this year and last year, I would say that there's definitely a greater sense of pride in what we do. I think also the whole organisation, every grade of staff is much more aware about the significance of being able to evidence what you do. We've always been good at saying what we do well, but actually we're very clear now about you actually need to be able to evidence that robustly and with the relevant data to be able to demonstrate to external organisations what it is that you do and how you do it. It's really exciting to see as an organisation when all the work that goes on every single day comes together and you're able to present that in a way hopefully demonstrates what an excellent organisation you are.
Overall, it was a really good experience. Clearly the assessment team are very skilled in their day jobs, and they bring a wealth of experience to the process as well, so it was nice to have representation across different sectors as well. The big thing for us is that staff get the opportunity to speak to assessors and to give their opinion across of what it's like working for the WISE group, the difference that we make helping the customers that we support. And it's not just somebody who's leading an assessment process putting a side of a story across, it's real lived experience of staff telling their story.
In terms of the site visit, all levels of the organisation have been involved. We have everybody from directors and the chief executive to all our managers, as well as our frontline staff involved. And without the support of the chief executive and the directors in the organisation, none of this would be able to take place. But I think it does emphasise that a whole organisation at every level needs to pull together, and the site visit really emphasises that. I think we were able to get across what Scottish Autism's mission is.
I think so. I think they captured what we were all about basically on day 2 of the site visit. They'd obviously done their homework, submission document wise, and the site visit basically made it become real for them.